is the PCSRA Radio Network and the Blue Hedgehog TV. We now interrupt your regular scheduled programming for the following sports special. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the National Association of Professional Racing Leagues Incorporated for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction or rebroadcast, retransmission, or other dissemination or the use of this broadcast, descriptions or accounts of this show without the express written consent of the National Association of Professional Racing Leagues Incorporated is prohibited. On the PCSRA Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Welcome to the PCSRA Paddock Pass Show. We're glad that you're here to start a new journey of the PCSRA as the chase for the 2021 championships begin. Welcome to the PCSRA Paddock Pass on the PCSRA Radio Network as we get ready to bring you all the racing for the 2021 season. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic Drive-Ins, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where we encourage all of you fans that together we can end DUI. Now, for the greatest show on earth from today's episode of the PCSRA Paddock Pass from Yukon, Oklahoma, here's the voice of the PCSRA, Daniel Voiles. I never would have thought we would be already towards the end of the NASCAR season, but hooray. Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to Triple P on the PCSRA Radio Network, the Blue Hedgehog TV, presented by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. I'm Daniel Voiles. Welcome to our amazing show, and it is a privilege to finally tell you all this. We are officially... Alright, and I've just gave everybody, so I'm going to do this real quickly. Yeah. So I want to go ahead and go through a few announcements. Before we get started. This race weekend has been really interesting. We saw a very interesting races we had, and so yeah, it's going to be a very interesting weekend of racing we are going to have coming up. Should be a good one, and we're in for what will be a very good discussion so far. Looking forward to a good weekend of racing, and should be excited. So, yeah. All right. While we're waiting for the entry list, we're going to go ahead and get to recapping the race weekend. We're going to start, first off, we're going to start with Supercars, so I get that out of the way, just give you my thoughts and opinions about it. So before I do that, I do need to share this, this stream with everybody, and I will ask everybody to, before you start commenting in the chat or anything like that, I will update this later when I get the chance. Please take note of the description, that way you guys know what the rules are before you comment in the chat. Make sure you guys don't do anything stupid in the chat. So, okay, after I get this sent off to this server, as that's not the server I want, this is the one I want. So, yay. Oh, man. Not sure what this is. Alright. So, yeah. Okie dokie. It's going to be the only server I'm going to post it in. So, I'm going to also post this in here. So, anyway. So, let's go over the results from Supercars from Sydney. This is their first race back in over 100+ days. So, yeah. We'll bring our panelists in after I go over the recapping of Sydney. The top 10 results for race number 1 at Sydney. Anton De Pascal got the win. Congratulations to him. His first of 2 wins this weekend. Shane Van Gisbergen second. Brody Kostecki third. Nick Paracat fourth. Will Brown fifth. Chaz Mostert sixth. Will Davidson seventh. David Reynolds eighth. Jamie Wynkoop ninth. Tim Slade complete the top 10. Not accepted, Cody. I am not kissing my fairy tale wife. I'd rather be kissing my girlfriend. My real girlfriend, so. Race number 2, Shane Van Gisbergen won. Will Davidson second. Nick Paracat third. Brody Kostecki fourth. Tim Slade fifth. Jamie Wynkoop sixth. Chaz Mostert seventh. Andre Himgartner eighth. David Reynolds ninth. Todd Hazelwood 10th. Anton De Pascal finished fifth, but got disqualified. What he got disqualified was he put his teammates' tires on his car. Anton did, and it was illegal, and as a result, Supercars disqualified him. That is accepted, Taylor. So. And then finally for race number 3, the top 10 results for that. Antoine De Pascal won. Will Brown second. Jamie Wynkoop third. Shane Van Gisbergen fourth. Will Davidson fifth. Cameron Watcher sixth. Chaz Mostert seventh. Jack LeBlanc eighth. Tim Slade ninth. Mark Winterbottom 10th. Supercars got an 8.7. So, there you go. Now, let's welcome our amazing panelists, who I call the funniest, the adorable, and why did I even say it on this show? Joining me for Triple P are the greatest panelists ever. We have Cody Smart, who is so funny, and I get to do this line. Oh no, here we go again, Donnie. Zachary Taylor. Not accepted. And I hit my mic, sorry about that, making sure nobody. Good job me, I hit my own mic. Make sure you guys can still hear me. Yes, you can. And our newest panelist, who announced back in July he will be joining the show full-time next year, Sean Arndt, everybody! Woo! Okay, I would have to say that was probably the best awesome speech. Oh, man. What? What did he say?
What did you say just a second ago, Cody, over there?
Oh, Sean's back.
Taylor was clapping, not club. Is my mic working?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. I was doing the clapping because that was part of my contract to make sure I please the new people, because if not, I get sued by the Warner Brothers. Alright. He said it, Sean.
Yeah, I heard that comment.
By the way, Taylor, the best part of you saying that, I just got that on the stream.
Yeah.
All right, Taylor, first off, I want to ask you, what was your thoughts on the Sydney weekend? With 2 wins from Antoine De Pascal and 1 win from SVG.
I do not think anybody saw Pascal winning any races. But I will say the Supercar weekend was very interesting, especially having it a couple times. And Supercar race good this weekend.
Yeah, I thought it was a good weekend in general for Supercars, so definitely we saw some good racing so far. Now, my amazing panelists, let's talk about Martinsville, shall we? All right. Let's talk about Martinsville. Starting with the Truck Series race. Disclaimer, I did not watch any of the trucks in Xfinity because, well, my sleep schedule was out of whack. Okay, the first incident, the first caution, because Truck Series did not have a competition yellow, by the way. Corey Roper spun in turn number 4, which ended stage number 1. That was won by Todd Gillen. Chase Purdy dropped out with a rear gear failure, so tough break for him. Then Corey Roper gets into another incident, this time with the number 24 of Jack Wood in turn number 2. Then we had a debris caution on the front straightaway. Then the 34, Josh Rayom, got into a big wreck with the 15 of, 15 of Tanner Gray, the 41 of Dawson Cram, the 40 of Ryan Truex, the 33, so I'm trying to figure out who's in the 33. Jesse Awuji, that's who it was. 25, Josh Berry, the 04 of Corey Roper again, and the 32 of Brett Holmes. Some of them continued on, some of them did not, sadly. Nothing happened in stage 2. Todd Gillen won stage number 2. Jennifer Jo Cobbs got turned around, had an incident off turn number 2. Then Austin Wayne Self turned John Hunter Nemechek, playoff contender, into the wall. But because John Hunter Nemechek can only finish 39th or better, he was locked into the next round. He was locked into the championship 4. More on that later on. Then the 45, that was Chris Hacker, got spun by Derek Krause. Then Sage Karam got into an incident with Jack Wood and Dawson Cram. Then Parker Kligerman hits Johnny Sauter, got into an incident not once but twice on the next 2 cautions. Then we had another big wreck, this involving the 51 of Corey Heim, who is an ARCA driver, who will be going full-time next year. The 12 that was driven by Tate Fogelman. The 98 of Grant Infinger, the 25 of Josh Berry again, Matt Crafton, Derek Krause, and the 30 driven, who's in the 30 this week? That was Danny Bone. And then Dawson Cram got in the Corey Heim on the front straightaway. And then coming to the white flag, Todd Gillen got spun by Zane Smith, in which Stuart Friesen made contact with Zane Smith, and then Friesen loses it in turn number 1. They already took the white flag. They threw the yellow. The race was over. And Zane Smith, who came in this race in a must-win situation, wins the Truck Series race. So the top 10 results for the Truck Series race was Zane Smith, the winner, Austin Hill, 2nd, Tanner Gray, 3rd, Chandler Smith, the playoff driver, 4th, Matt Crafton, 5th, another playoff contender. Parker Kligerman, 6th, Ben Rhodes, 7th, Taylor Gray, 8th, Sheldon Creed, 9th, Timmy Hill completed the top 10. Where did the remaining playoff drivers finish? We've already talked about John Hunter Nemechek in 39th. Stuart Friesen, 17th after getting involved in that incident, and Carson Hosevar finished in 12th. Which means the 4 drivers that have made it into the championship 4 are Ben Rhodes, Matt Crafton, John Hunter Nemechek, and Zane Smith, which meant the 4 drivers that have been eliminated from the playoffs are Sheldon Creed, defending series champion, which he will be no longer the defending series champion, Stuart Friesen, Chandler Smith, and Carson Hocevar, which also means Rookie of the Year will now get carried over into Phoenix weekend. So there you go. Moving to the Xfinity Series race at Martinsville. I went to bed because I had to be up at 7 a.m. yesterday morning. Why? I don't know. Blame my job, if you know what I mean. First incident was the 90 car that was driven by Preston Pardis. He spun off turn number 4. Then we had a competition yellow from lap 32 to 35. Possible fluid coming out of Sam Mayer's number 8 car, if you know what I mean. Tommy Joe Martin broke a rear gear, and Mike Harmon was overheating. Those two went to the garage. They were done for the day. Tough break for those drivers, especially Harmon, who was making his first start of the year. Stage 1 was won by playoff contender Austin Cindric. Nothing happened in stage number 2. Noah Gragson won stage 2. Austin Cindric and AJ Allmendinger punched their ticket to the championship 4. Congratulations to the both of them. Debris caution off turn number 2. Next actual incident was the 99. That was driven by, who was in the, Ryan Ellis was in the 99. Okay, thank you, producer. He spun coming off turn number 2. Then Ryan Sieg and Myatt Snyder had an incident off turn number 2. Then we had a huge wreck. Contact between Riley Herbst and Michael Annette. They took both of them in the wall, collected Spencer Boyd in the 52, Brett Moffitt in the 02, the 10 of Jeb Burton, who was recently eliminated, which brought out a red flag. Then contact between Elisha's favorite driver, Ty Gibbs, and Noah Gragson, which Austin Cindric got a piece of it. So did playoff contender Harrison Burton. Then we had a debris caution on the back straightaway. Then Justin Haley spun in turn number 4, resulting in the first of 2 green-white checkers. Which the final caution was Riley Terrible Herb spinning the 31 of Josh Berry, which ended up being a second attempt at a green-white checker. And Noah Gragson, when it was all said and done, ended up taking the checker flag at Martinsville. So the top 10 results for the Xfinity Series race, the penultimate Xfinity race, I should say. Also the results I did for the Truck Series was also penultimate. Noah Gragson, the winner. Austin Cindric, second. Daniel Hemrick, third. Playoff contenders, 1, 2, 3. Sam Mayer, fourth. Justin Allgaier, fifth. Brandon Jones, sixth. Alex LeBay, seventh. AJ Allmendinger, seventh. Alex LeBay, eighth. Jeremy Clements, ninth. Riley Herbst complete the top 10. Where did the other playoff drivers finish? Let's see. Harrison Burton, car 20, finished P20. No surprise there. Justin Haley, 33rd, because his brakes were smoking red, if you know what I mean. So the drivers that joined Austin Cindric and AJ Allmendinger was Noah Gragson and Daniel Hemrick, which meant the 4 drivers that have officially been eliminated from the playoffs are Justin Allgaier, Justin Haley, Brandon Jones, and Harrison Burton. So tough break for those 4 drivers as they will not make it into the championship 4. Then we go to the Cup Series race for the Xfinity 500. I did not watch the race because I had to work, and a little disclaimer, to whom it may not concern, bleep you, Harkins. Had a competition yellow to nobody's surprise. First actual incident, Michael McDowell and Daniel Suarez got together and spun Ryan Newman in the 6. Joey Gase went out of the race with an electrical issue. Stage 1 was won by Chase Elliott, playoff contender. Then Austin Dillon. I'm getting the 2 Austins mixed up. I'm sorry. Austin Dillon hit the wall in turn 2, which I believe he cut a tire down. Timmy Hill went to the garage with an engine failure. He was done for the day. Stage 2 was won by Chase Elliott, so he took both stages. Chase Elliott joins his teammate into the championship 4. Then Michael McDowell got into the 52 of Josh Bilicki and the 7 of Corey LaJoie in turn number 3. Then the most stupidest incident happened. Quinn Hoff wrecked Josh Bilicki in turn number 3, in which the 00 was slapped with a 5-lap penalty because he did it to him under the yellow, which NASCAR was not too happy. Then Quinn Hoff screamed at NASCAR over the radio, and NASCAR smacked him with a baseball bat after he climbed out of his car. Then Ross Chastain, Cole Custer, and Ryan Newman had an incident in turn number 2. Then Austin Dillon and Cole Custer had a collision in turn 4. Then Daniel Suarez spun in turn 2. Austin Dillon had another incident in turn 2. Brad Keselowski got into Chase Elliott in turn number 3. No harm, no foul. Then Kyle Larson and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. had a collision off turn 4, as far as that's concerned. The 37 of Ryan Preece had an incident off turn number 2. He went to the garage because of a brake failure, so his race was done. Then the final caution, and everybody's most talked about, Denny Hamlin gets turned by Alex Bowman, who goes on to win the race. But after the race, Denny Hamlin decided to drive stupidly, almost hits Alex Bowman, who was trying to do his burnouts. NASCAR officials was not too happy with Denny Hamlin. They should have just black flagged Denny Hamlin, sent him all the way to 25th in that result. And, of course, Alex Bowman won his 4th race of the season. Good for him. The top 10 results for the Cup Series race. Alex Bowman, the winner. Kyle Busch, 2nd. Brad Keselowski, 3rd. Martin Truex Jr., 4th. That's playoff contenders, 2, 3, 4. William Byron, 5th. Eric Almirola, 6th. Kurt Busch, 7th. Eric Jones, 8th. Chris Buescher, 9th. Joey Logano, 10th. Where did the rest of your playoff finishers? Ryan Blaney, 11th. Kyle Larson, 14th. Kyle Larson did not have to worry. He was already in the championship 4, so a bad day for him. Didn't mean anything. Chase Elliott, who already punched his ticket to the championship 4, 16th. Denny Hamlin, 24th, which a lot of people were not too happy with Denny Hamlin's comments after the race. Same with Kyle Busch. So the 4 drivers that are in the Final 4, we know Kyle Larson was one of them because of his win. Chase Elliott made it into the Final 4. Martin Truex Jr. and Denny Hamlin punched their ticket to the Championship 4, which means the 4 drivers that have officially been eliminated from the playoffs are Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, it's Brad Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, and I am forgetting who was the 4th one. Somebody help me. Who was the 4th that got eliminated? Kyle Busch. Thank you. Thank you, Cody. So those are the 4 drivers that have officially been eliminated. And here's a little bro moment when I look at the points. Kevin Harvick scored more points and is ahead of Blaney, Logano, and Kyle Busch in the battle for 5th, and he's only 5 points back of Brad Keselowski. Can you say bro with me? Oh, boy. So now I turn over to the panelists, and I ask this amazing question. What were your thoughts on Martinsville? I'm going to start with our newest recruit, Sean Art.
Oh, boy. So, the only part that I really enjoyed was mainly the Cup Series race, because really, for the first 2 races, the Trucks and Xfinity Series race were mainly just rag fests, because except the first 2 stages in both events were just calm, really. It was always the final stage that we just had wreck after wreck after wreck. Yeah, I kind of had Cup Series, but not as much as people would have thought. So, it wasn't as terrible in the Cup Series, but it was at least a little bit more decent than the other 2 races.
All right. Zachary Taylor.
Martinsville was a very interesting weekend, especially, like Sean was just saying there, with everybody absolutely going crazy in the final stage of the race, for the most part, and everybody trying to have a demolition derby at Martinsville. that Blaney and Rowdy eliminated, but man, I still got a few drivers. Like I said, win a championship.
Yeah.
Well, everybody except Hamlin. And Hamlin should have said to the holler for what he did along with Dillon. We're ranking Blaney for the second weekend in a row intentionally. But, yeah, I mean, Martinsville is very wild, to say the least.
All right. What about everybody's most famous person who's ready to talk about this Cody Smart version of me? Well, I can't believe...
Okay, let's talk about Miles that's coming back into the
Oh, no!
Okay.
All right, in all seriousness, Cody, your thoughts.
I mean, Martinsville is not too bad. It's once again to be proven as one of the more entertaining races of the entire season. I'm pretty sure we can agree on that. As usual, we have controversy in the racing over the weekend, and Danny already explained about that, so I don't need to explain it. But all we know is a couple of people, including Austin Wayne South, trying to use the dead Dodgers trying to complicate the playoff on purpose when NASCAR clearly does not approve of that sort of behavior on the track.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like a whole bunch of controversy all over again, to say it at the very least of things.
Yeah.
This game accepted.
What did it do? Oh, boy. NASCAR, yeah. NASCAR said the reason that Quinn Houff got penalized was because there were safety trucks on the track. So you kind of figured that with safety trucks being out there, that was a safety concern, and that was why the 00 was penalized 5 laps. Because, wrecking somebody under yellow when they're safety trucks is like a safety issue. So, and then Austin Wayne Self, the reason NASCAR didn't penalize him was because if they did, then it would not sit well with the fans. So, all right. So we've already. Let me go review the ratings. Sean as he does his method on the Pit Stop Show, gave it a C+. Let me scroll up here to where, okay, so Taylor gave it a 9, I gave it a 6.7, Cody said without the controversy he gave it a 7.5, but he gave it a 7. Let me see what Jared said. I don't know what Jared said. I'm going to have to go back up through the President's chat to see what he gave it, what was his rating. If you know what I mean. Alright, there it is. Let's see. Orman gave it a 7. Jared gave it a 6.5 is what he gave it, so. There you go. Whose washer is going on in the background? Is that your washer going on in the background, Taylor, or what?
That's probably the dryer you're hearing, because I'm in the laundry room at the moment.
How the... Wait. How did you drag us into the laundry room, Taylor? We're not doing laundry on Triple P, you derp!
Hey.
That is illegal!
Taylor's laundry.
What?
Maddie Crenshaw.
Hey, Cody. You know the best part of all that is with Taylor dragging us into his laundry room? I just got that on the stream. Oh my god! First Taylor taking a shower in the VC with us. Now he's doing laundry in the VC while we're streaming Triple P. What's next? Zachary Taylor takes a shower while we're doing Triple P.
That is a great thing that is happening.
I'm adding that to the best thing on Triple P. Not accepted, Taylor. Hi, Ormy. You just missed it. Okay, Ormy, you just missed it. Zachary Taylor did laundry in the VC, and the best part of all of this is I just got that on the stream. Ormy, what was your thoughts on Martinsville, getting back to all seriousness?
It was just mess. It was, man.
Oh.
And I'm the lead director of the Tour P, so.
Yeah. No, I was saying new director starting next season is what I'm saying, Warman.
Next season, not now.
No. We still have Daniel Anderson until the end of the season, so there you go.
Yay. Okay,
Yes.
That game makes sense.
Oh, boy. Oh, my God, Cody, you're so funny.
Hey, Danny.
Yes.
Okay, before we get back on topic real quick, you know the best part of Kobe raging at his game?
What?
You got it on the
Let's get right into the top story news.
Let's get back onto the agenda.
Yes. So, what? Yes. Starting with the top story news, Stoffel Van Dorn is doing a IndyCar test with Arrow McLaren SB. Of course, he raced with McLaren in F1 in his F1 years. Team Penske will not seek to keep its former number 22 Chevy entry piloted by Simon Pagenaud in motion with a different driver next season. Although the reduction from 4 cars to 3 was, so they have reduced to 3 IndyCar teams instead of 4. So, which is really interesting to see. Formula 3 was doing testing at Valencia, and I need to actually get the testing results. This is like the winter testing. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So it was Jack Doohan, Victor Martins, Gregory Saucy of Switzerland was third, Zelaine Maloney fourth, Roman Stachnik fifth, Lorenzo Colombo sixth, Arthur Leclerc seventh, Jack Crockford eighth, Oliver Rasmussen ninth, and Franco Colapinho of Argentina 10th. And they were running the hard tire, which is interesting. So, Cross Morgan, thank you for the follow on Twitter. So, so let's ask this question: do you guys think that Denny Hamlin should have not confronted Alex Bowman when Alex Bowman was going to do his burnouts?
I think it needs to be more common sense that Hamlin does not
Yeah, because he could have gotten somebody hurt or killed in that regard. And that was careless. By the way, don't look at the president's chat, y'all.
Excuse me.
Boot Barn is sponsoring Anthony Alfredo for the season finale at Phoenix, which I have never heard of Boot Barn.
Anthony Alfredo took to the Nascar Xfinity Series around the dangers of the competition.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Football is gonna keep that two-cut operation.
Yeah, I know that. Want you guys' opinion on this. Denny Hamlin says, Chase Elliott fans, they don't think strike. They're going to boo the bleep out of me next week. That's what Denny Hamlin said. Chase Elliott's response was, I'm going to lose so much sleep tonight, my fans don't care either. That's what Chase Elliott said. Thoughts on that?
Denny Hamlin is such a crybaby.
Mm-hmm.
And Elliott doesn't even face by that, really. It's just like, it's just old news. I'm used to it.
Yeah. So... Yeah. So... Here's a rumor that's been going on. I don't know if anybody on the Pit Stop show, excluding like some people in this VC, knows this. There's been some rumors that Danny Kvyat could be racing in NASCAR next season. To where is a mystery.
I don't know about that. I did not know. I knew that. I have to say bro anyway.
That's a bro moment, in my opinion.
That is a bro. That's part bro moment, but that's pretty interesting, to say the least. We get an F1 driver in NASCAR. That would be a big major bro moment. That's what that would be. Oh, it wouldn't be that bad just to see another one.
Yeah, because of the fact that the team boss for Haas said that Danny Kvyat's time in F1 is done, and I think an opportunity for Danny Kvyat, like try NASCAR, IMSA, would make sense, if you know what I mean. So, we'll just have to wait and see how that will develop going forward so far. Great Lakes. Okay, Great Lakes. Okay, Great Lakes took his October holiday stuff off. Great Lakes posted my favorite quote in there. Look at the quote chat in Great Lakes' server. We're not doing laundry on Triple P. That's illegal. Yours truly, 2021. That should go in the funny quotes chat. I have to say that should be number one. That should go in the quotes.
That's funny.
Yeah. It is funny because of the fact that it happened while we were streaming. That's why it's funny, Taylor. Speaking of funny, and a little disclaimer for Taylor, I am having rowdy energy as we're doing this show.
I'm gonna go do my normal thing.
Oh boy. Okay. So, let me just give you guys a little quick tutorial about the race weekend for Sydney. The second batch of races at Sydney. This one and the next one are 3 races. The last Sydney weekend will be 2 races before the Bathurst 1000. So just pointing that out.
And something else to point out, as of
because he's up a full race weekend. So, and plus that also means everybody gets an automatic 50 points. So, yes. Great Lakes. Tonight at Kansas and DTE Energy. Will Sean Hart win the race? Will Cody wreck in turn 4? Will Orm make the chase in DTE Energy? Find out after 34 laps at Kansas. Oh, dear God. Yeah. Couple of things I want to point out real quickly. Got some stats from Dennis Stats Kelly. Matt Crafton's top 10 from Saturday was his 300 top 10 in his entire career in the Truck Series. Here's another here's a did you know part, folks. Did you know that this is the 21st win for a driver under the age of 30? 21 of the 35 Cup Series races have been won by winners that are under the age of 30. Not too bad, if you ask me. Yes, that is a bruh. A couple of other stats. Last time Hendrick Motorsports had I want to say 2 drivers battling for the championship was before they introduced the elimination format back in 2014. So that's really a big thing. That ain't gonna happen. So, Denny Hamlin also should have been fined for giving the double bird. Yeah, he would have pulled a Will Power who did that at Loudon, which Power, by the way, got fined $10,000 for that. Kigo will be will be at the Mexican GP this weekend. He'll be hitting the decks and playing music after the Mexican Grand Prix this Sunday, so we're definitely looking forward to that. So that's good to see. Let me see. Let's talk about the Championship 4 contenders while we're thinking about this. Let's talk about yes, we're going to take this time to talk about the final 4 competitors in all 3 of NASCAR's series, and then then our expert panel wants their opinions on here this weekend. Let's start with the Truck Series. For the final 4 in the championship, as I documented, John Hunter Nemechek, who, let's be honest, guys, I think he has been fun to watch. So the question to you guys is, what does John Hunter Nemechek need to do at Phoenix to get his first ever championship in NASCAR history?
Yeah, looking at his stats, he has the most wins in the season with 5. He won at Las Vegas, Richmond, Charlotte, Texas, and Pocono. So, yeah, and in the playoffs, he has been decent, but hopefully at Phoenix he does well.
All right. What about you, Sean?
For John Hunter Nemechek to win the title, he needs to have a good day and hope that everyone else around him doesn't have a good day at all. Or John Hunter Nemechek just needs to have performance. That's all he needs to do. But it might be difficult to see what would happen.
Zachary Taylor. What about John Hunter Nemechek?
Well, here's what I'm going to say about John Hunter. I think right now, John Hunter is probably the most favorite right now to win the championship, just because of the season that he's had so far. And if he can continue what he's done this season at Phoenix and not have too many problems, then I'm in good shape to win the championship. And not making mistakes for John Hunter is critical, especially with him being the favorite right now. And before he blows it, no comment. Nice comment there, Taylor.
All right, go ahead, Cody. All right, what about you, Cody?
Who's the favorite to actually win? Well, let's see. We have a common tendency of people having so many wins and then blows it on the final race of the season. Pretty much. So here's what's probably going to happen more likely. So for trucks, something I see happening is John Nemechek blowing the championship, whether that's by having another wreck like what happened at Martinsville and nobody gets points for it, and him falling fresh after losing a bunch of laps. That's going to happen. No way he wins the title, I'm pretty sure. But let's be honest, he's not a favorite. Some people are still probably going to pick him anyway. But I think you have to wait and see in trucks, because it doesn't happen that much in trucks where someone really blows it. Xfinity, though, I'm going to say, hands down, Austin Centric is the favorite. He won here in March. He won the championship at the same track last year. He is likely to win this title, which means for you Daniel Howard fans out there, championship for 0, single the time.
I think for John Hunter Nemechek, for me, is you know we always talk about that this is the biggest race for these four drivers that we're seeing. You know, it's really critical to not have mistakes on pit road or something like an engine failure that could take you out of the championship. I mean, you know, the closest that Kyle Busch Motorsports came to a championship was William Byron in 2016. Won the most races, did not win the championship. So, you know, it's really important for John Hunter to go in there. Now, Matt Crafton, I feel like Matt Crafton could be a shocker, because this is the second time he goes into the Final Four to battle for the championship, and he has not won a race. So, do you guys think history could repeat itself with Matt Crafton, or do you think it could be different?
I'm going to say that history's going to repeat itself with Crafton. I'm going to say this. Sorry to cut you off, Cody, but I'm disagreeing with that. I'm saying it won't happen. Lightning won't strike twice for Crafton. I think it's not going to work again.
Real quickly, December holiday M&M's on Twitter. And Veterans Day.
I really don't think Matt Crafton's going to win the championship. Here's why. Remember Phoenix and sport drivers having mechanical issues. For whatever odd reason, I think they used the Pittsburgh strategy, because every single year in the truck class,
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. So, gonna be an interesting race weekend with these cars. So, so what about the other two contenders battling for the championship in the Truck Series? Like Zane Smith and Ben Rhodes. How can they win this championship Friday night?
Well, that is a good question. I mean, out of the other three contenders besides Sean, I would say Zane Smith would probably have the second best shot to potentially win the championship. I mean, these other teams are going to have the pressure put on them. Bubba John Hunter and Zane Smith. So, they're most definitely going to have to come out here and execute very well and perform at a very high level if they want to win a championship and pull an upset.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, I would agree with that, if you know what I mean. Now, anybody wants to say anything before we discuss about the Xfinity Series?
I kind of want to go in here and say that for Ben Rhodes, he needs to bring back something that he did earlier this year and be that sort of driver once again. But for Zane Smith, if he would need to try to do something like what Chase Elliott did last year when he won at Martinsville the week before.
Yes.
And he won the next race to win the title. If Zane Smith would do that, he would be creating like a Chase Elliott, but in the Truck Series.
Yep. All right. Speaking of Chevrolet, we go to the Xfinity Series. We have two Chevrolets, a Ford, and a Toyota battling for the championship. Noah Gragson, who won at Martinsville to punch his ticket to the Final Four. Austin Cindric and AJ Allmendinger, who've been probably the favorites to possibly win the championship. But do you guys think like a driver like Daniel Hemrick, who has never won in NASCAR, could pull off the big upset? That's a good question.
It's difficult there.
I mean, Hemrick, I will say, been consistent this year for the most part. That's one good thing I will say about Hemrick. And he's got Joe Gibbs racing equipment underneath him. But he has still yet to win this year. Despite his consistency, he has yet to win. And I don't know if he's going to be able to beat Allmendinger or Cindric or Gragson out of the race to win the championship. But I would say he's going to have a pretty decent shot to potentially do that.
By the way, don't look at the NASCAR chat in the PCSRA server. Cody. Barra! Look at the... Great legs! Ryan Sieg's going to be in the 38, and Kyle Sieg's going to be in the 39. Excuse me. What were you going to say? Oh, okay. That's screwed up. Should I ping Fitzy in this? Because he's going to rage. Alright, I just pinged Fitzy. That's surprisingly.
What?
That is a huge bruh.
That is a major bruh.
And that's from the roster portal from NASCAR.
Okay then.
Don't worry.
Still waiting for the entry list for NASCAR. Thank you, Sean. So a couple of things we are going to talk about right now. Let's get to the Cup Series. Who do you think out of the 4 drivers that are battling for the championship is the favorite? To me, I'm looking like Kyle Larson is the favorite, because after his breakout year. It was the big 3 in 2018, and then all of a sudden, Joey Logano, out of nowhere, steals the championship. Give me a second, guys. Stupid voicemail. Hang on. I don't know why this Buckeye person's calling me when they have the wrong number.
On Elliott entering Phoenix, or at least his main competition will be. Now, let's be honest.
Wow.
Wait, did he just steal my pick? Yep.
No, he had John Hunter Nemechek to win, but the champion, it didn't matter if it's the same.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, though. I wrote my picks down, like, as soon as we started.
Oh, no.
But I was the first one to go.
Yeah. Technically, you just ripped off Sean's picks, Taylor. Good job, you derp. And before Taylor starts stealing other people's picks next week. So, Xfinity, to recap, Sean had Nemechek to win and the champion. Zane Smith stay away from. Ben Rhodes, Dark Horse, Carson Hosvar, because my mic didn't pick it up, so I'm just recapping this for those that joined. Xfinity, Cindric, the champion and winner. Snyder, stay away from. Allmendinger, the Dark Horse. And then Kyle Larson, the champion and winner. Kyle Busch, stay away from. Chase Elliott, Dark Horse. And then you just heard Taylor picks. Stay away from Crafton, Smith, Dark Horse, John Hunter Nemechek, winner and champion. And now, what's your rookie of the year, Taylor?
I think this is going to be a really close battle between Hosevar and Smith here. But I'm going to give Rookie of the Year to the KBM boy, Chandler Smith.
I knew you were going to pick him.
By the way, Allie messaged me saying if I want to make picks for her. I kind of want to go against that, but here's the thing. She left off our champions. Only our champions. I don't get why.
She'll message you about the champions.
Yeah, Allie's just having a miserable day, so...
She needs hugs.
So, sorry to interrupt. I will probably go over Allie's text after Taylor's done.
Okay, go ahead, Taylor. Driver, stay away from for Xfinity.
I'm going to say for driver to stay away from, I'm going to say Noah Granson is going to be my driver.
You actually took what I was going to say. I was going to say I might just pick Gregson.
I didn't want to do that.
I was actually going to do the same thing for Xfinity and Cup. Look at the spring race and see who I think is going to be stay away from. Dark Horse!
Okay, Dark Horse. I am going to say Daniel Hemrick is going to be my Dark Horse. Of course, he picked your GTR driver.
And before I go against Taylor...
No comment.
Taylor finishes at least third, standing out of the podium.
and before Taylor gets shut out...
Anyway.
Zachary Taylor, 2021.
Anyways, getting back on topic. Driver to win. Driver to win is a champion. I think Danny might know where I'm going with this one. I think this team is going to finally get their first championship. I'm taking my boy the Dinger to win the title and the race. Oh, yes. A.J. Allmendinger.
All right, and for Cup, driver stay away from.
Well, this is what he gets for what he did at Martinsville. Danny Hamlin is my driver to stay away from. Yeah, that's going to happen.
And Hamlin just said Taylor's the R word.
That's what he gets for what he did to Bowman and everything else he did at Martinsville. Okay. Alrighty, Dark Horse. I think he's going to come close to winning the title. And I think he's have a really good shot at doing it. I think he's going to come up a little bit short. But I'm going to take my boy Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott. Wait.
and your driver to win, Chase Elliott.
Wait! Hey, steal my pizza again! You know that don't count this week.
Driver to win, Taylor.
Alright, driver to win. Driver to win and a champion. Drum roll, please. You'll see where I'm going with this here in a second. Driver to win. And my champion pick for the Cup Series. He has been on a revenge tour this year, and I think that is going to continue. And the getting suspended last year, Kyle Larson is my driver to win it.
Oh boy, you guys. Oh, you guys are going. All right, yours truly. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are going to kill me when I have my craziest method. By the way, I need to charge my phone, which I'm gonna probably steal that chair in just a second. Trucks. All right. Okay. Driver to win. And the champion. I was very unlucky about this because I didn't know what kind of situation I was in. Let's see. Taylor took John Hunter Nemechek, and Sean took John Hunter Nemechek as the champion. Unfortunately to you guys, I got one thing to say. Not so fast. Ben Rhodes, driver to win and the champion. I'm going upset. I want Twitter and Facebook to go nuts and throw like a big fire. Ben Rhodes, champion and driver to win. No. Sorry, I have to say, no way, Jose. Driver stay away from. Oh no! Now I got an army of people not mad at me about this. But anyway, unfortunately, I just feel like this is going to be a race where it's going to be tough. I'm going to have to take a non-playoff driver because I really don't know who I'm going to pick. Yes, I think a strategy at one point could be the difference of if I succeed or not. I'm going to say this is going to be my toughest pick. This driver just recently got eliminated, but I'm sorry. Chandler Smith is my driver to stay away from. Yep, Rookie of the Year is Carson Hocevar. Dark Horse. John Hunter Nemechek was a really good pick. But I'm going to say Matt Crafton as Dark Horse. I'm trying to screw Taylor over here. Xfinity. Oh no, you guys are not going to like me about this one. I feel like... Okay, so Cody, you know how I have in my preseason predictions, I have Austin Cindric as the champion. I was starting to think about possibly going against my preseason predictions. I feel like, to me, I'm about to shock you all and send you to the stratosphere, which I know a lot of people are going to be shocked about that. It's tough because I really don't know how in the world I put myself in this position. But when you consider the fact, as my stupid phone's being stupid, when you consider the fact that this driver could pull off easily the biggest upset, Junior Motorsports, I salute you. I'm taking an upset. Noah Gragson to win the race and the Xfinity Championship. I want to see Facebook get ruined and get triple triggered.
You're just
Wait till you see who I'm picking for Cup. Wait till you see my champion for Cup. Driver, stay away from.
I got no comment. That's a comment.
Unfortunately, I think his championship hopes are going to be done. And I hate to sing no JGR no, but I'm sorry, Daniel Hemrick, you are my driver to stay away from. You'll have another bad finish. You'll never get a win. You'll be shut out, and you'll end your season on a crappy way, like you just got ran over by a pokeball. Dark horse. AJ Allmendinger. I'm taking the Dinger as my dark horse.
AJ Allmendinger.
Cup.
Oh, God.
I am going to please somebody in the world of awesomeness. Here's a stat you might want to hear. Last time a driver went back-to-back, Jimmy Johnson in 2006 through 2013 when he ran.
2007.
Yep. I'm going to say this. I am joining the Hendrick bandwagon, but I say my boy will go back-to-back the number 9, Chase Elliott, to win the race and the championship and gives Ormy a huggable present on the December holiday.
No comment.
My dark horse, Kyle Larson. I'm taking Kyle Larson as my dark horse. Driver, stay away from. I'm sorry, Taylor. I'm sorry. I don't want to have to do this to you, but I'm sorry. I know you might kill me for this. I'm sorry to say this. MTJ. My driver, stay away from. I'm sorry, Taylor. I'm sorry. I had to do it just to trigger the fans. Shit. On NASCAR, but not global. No, actually, Taylor, you just smacked Blue Jr. Excuse me? Before you get to your picks, listen to this. The changes made to Abu Dhabi's Yas Marina will reduce lap times by 10 seconds per lap, meaning the race could be 58 laps instead of 55. Excuse me? That's a bruh. Okay, go ahead, Ormy. Oh, man.
You know what? Lightning's gonna strike twice. Matt Crafton will win and be the champion.
I saw that one coming.
That ain't gonna happen.
You never know, Taylor. You never know.
I'm sorry, but the driver who has the most wins this season will not win a championship. I'm sorry, John Nemechek is my driver to stay away from.
Oh, shit! Shit!
No, wait. Matt Crafton's not gonna be my driver to win. I'm gonna take it to John Nemechek as the winner and the champion.
Oh. No comment. Smack Taylor, accept it. Not accept it if you try anything else.
I'm sorry, Matt Crafton is the driver to stay away from.
I was going to say, if you pick John Hunter Nemechek, there's going to be an angry mob at your front door.
That's a dark horse, and my rookie of the year, Carson Holzapar.
Remember, Ormy, you still have predictions for global after the NASCAR season's over. So technically, you're tenure. No. I'm talking about for the rest of the season. You derping hyena. I'm talking about the remaining races. You derp. Orby, why are you being a derping hyena? I'm talking about the rest of the season, not this weekend. You derp.
I said this weekend. No, I said the final picks for me for NASCAR.
Oh. Yeah, you still, like I said, you're still doing picks for the rest of the season as far as global's concerned. Anywho, continuing on.
You got confused, Danny. You got confused.
No, I think Blue Junior was too busy banging on his head is why he started interrupting me!
Okay. Okay, Thomas a win for Xfinity and the champion. I gotta give it to AJ Allmendinger.
Ooh.
I'm going to be using the strategy of picking a non-playoff driver as a driver to stay away from. I'm going to pick Justin Haley. Not Justin Haley. Jeff Bland as a driver to stay away from. I got nothing to say. Dark Horse, I'm gonna pick Noah Gragson.
By the way, Ormy still said he's still going to join us for reactions next year is what he agreed on.
Yep. Yay.
At least we have that situation. We know that's going to happen. So.
Chase Elliott, I like you, but you're gonna be my dark horse. So that means Kyle Larson's gonna be my driver to win and the champion.
If Kyle Larson pulls off this... Okay, can I say something? If Kyle Larson wins the championship, he should win Comeback of the Year.
Yep. My driver stay away from... Yeah, I'm gonna pick Danny Hamlin for what he did last week. Pick that Marshall.
Because Denny Hamlin is using the crying bird strategy of Arizona, not accept if you try anything.
Now it's Cody Smart's turn. I still don't know going to until Friday.
Yeah, Cody's he's got a tough choice on Friday.
Okay, so...
Alright! That's all of the predictions until Cody get ready to do his picks on Friday.
The champions, and she sent me Rookie of the Year. What she asked of me due to her having a awful day. I mean, it's on the head, pretty much per se. So, for the secretary, here's what she provided to me. When I go take a look at Messenger and her DMs real quick, here they are. First one. Our champion will be John Hunter Nemechek, and the Rookie of the Year will be Carson Hocevar. Now it's time to call the rest of the place. Your champion and Rookie Carson Hocevar.
Wow.
Yep. I'm gonna make life easier for Allie over here to pick John Hunter Nemechek as driver to win. You might as well. Call it. The honorable team out. I'm going to stay away from things where Allie is concerned, trying to think about, because, again, she would be doing me a favor to fill in the blanks. Knowing where she has before, let me see who she picked last week for stay away from, as a matter of fact. No, she got eliminated. You know what? Since she picked him before, I feel like she would pick him again for a similar track. And that stay away from would be Ben Rose. Ben Rose. Dark horse. I'm feeling like sometimes she goes a little bit crazy on dark horses, so I'm going to give her a crazy dark horse, Zane Smith. Jamie Smith. Okay.
Alright.
Xfinity.
For Xfinity, the championship is AJ Allmendinger.
Allmendinger. So that means AJ Allmendinger is also the winner.
Yeah, you might as well at this point. I mean, again, pretty much courtesy at this point. When it comes to Triple P, it's just Triple P courtesy. Stay away from the third where Allie is concerned. When I analyzed her pick from last time around, she had Austin Cindric as her driver to stay away from her. Look how that turned out. I'm pretty confident that she wouldn't take that dynamic twist again. And since she picked Daniel Hemrick as the dark horse last week, I'm going to be kind to her and keep her dark horse to be Daniel Hemrick.
So Daniel Hemrick is the dark horse.
Yeah. Stay away from... I do not know why she considered Austin Cindric as driver to stay away from. I'm going to do her a little favor in picking Noah Gragson as the driver to stay away from.
Thank you. And now for Cup.
Injury for Zachary Taylor. Taylor said the step for the trip. They were staying away from you're not winning Triple P, at least not against Taylor. Okay, the Cup, the championship referee for that one, if I'm correct, let me double check one more time so I don't screw up. Kyle Larson, she takes as their champion. Taylor's will pick him for driver to win. He said, hey, Kyle Larson, what the hell is up with that here? Okay, go down. Okay. Away from analyzing Allie's picks. Since I'm not going to screw around with a lot of the picks, you might as well pay back to Shui as the dark horse. So in that regard, I'm going to give her... I'm just going to do this to Zachary Taylor. Danny Hamlin's the driver to stay away from. So, that was the dark horse MTJ.
Martin Truex. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I explained. And so, yeah, hopefully I can get connected with Sydney later, or I'm going to have to randomize out because I did before. But that's not going to be fun. But hey, that's pretty much the worst case scenario.
Yep. So that's, as of right now, predictions taken care of. As of now. All right. Let's put a bow on this before we get out of here because I'm getting ready to charge my phone soon. So, final thoughts. Let's put a bow on it. Let's start with Taylor.
This is gonna be one last fun weekend for NASCAR, where we get to give some championship trophies away, and it's gonna be a fun, exciting weekend one last time.
All right, Nathan Orman.
It's gonna be a fun weekend.
All right, Sean.
Let's just strap it all in. Let's get ready to go racing one more time.
All right, Cody Smart.
I mean, has the season been the best? Absolutely not. But hopefully this week we'll see some good racing, and hopefully we see some well-deserved champions this time. Hopefully they dominate the race to win the championship, not lead 10 laps to get it.
All right, for me, it's been a very interesting season, and for me, I think a lot of times we've seen some big surprises. Now, I will say, Michael McDowell pulling off the big upset in the Daytona 500 was pretty cool. Bubba Wallace getting his first Cup win. If we end up seeing some first-time winners before the weekend is over, that would be a great way for them going in the off-season to build some confidence as, we get into the Gen 7 car. Now, I will say it would be shocking if we saw these upset winners, for these top 3 series, but, a win's better than having no wins, and building some confidence will definitely be key. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to go because my I'm about to have to charge my phone because my battery's about to die. I'll see you guys later. All right, so that's pretty much how it goes. Let's take a look at this week's upcoming PCSRA racing events, brought to you by Subway Eat Fresh, proud sponsor of Chloe Bumgarner and the number 84 Audi RS8. This Friday will be a Triple P show. We're going to talk about the favorite moments of NASCAR season for 2021. We'll have a lot of fun about that and see who we think is, and we will give our ratings for the season as well. Next week, the NASCAR season will come to an end as we'll recap the I was going to trash him, but anyway. We're going to recap the race weekend from Phoenix, Sydney, and Mexico. We'll take you through to the top story news and all that good stuff. And then we'll look ahead to Sydney, number 3, and see if we have any other global stuff. So that will be fun. So that's a look at this week's upcoming PCSRA racing events, brought to you by Subway Eat Fresh, proud sponsor of Chloe Bumgarner and the number 84 Audi RS8. Special thanks to Sean R., Nathan Orman, Cody Smart, Zachary Taylor for joining us, and all of the other panelists for NASCAR. Our statistician, Caleb Hobbs, producer and engineer, Zachary Fitzwater, Jackie Ting, Alex Hawkins, Dennis Stats Kelly, our spotter, Drake Dyken, and all of our amazing people, Prue Granger, Lucky Prescott, Abigail Stone, Daniel Anderson running the show for us back in our PCSRA Network studios. The Oklahoma Highway Safety Office is a proud sponsor of OU Athletics and Triple P and wants to remind you that drinking and driving is deadly and illegal. Together we can end DUI. Visit endyok.com to learn more. Final score, one final time in Owen Field in Norman, Oklahoma on a Saturday afternoon of homecoming. It was my OU Sooners 52, Greg Rutz and Texas Tech 21. OU is 9-0 and they're off until Baylor in 2 weeks' time. Until next week, when we close the book on the NASCAR season, recap Phoenix, and all of the amazing stuff, global, which is Sydney and the Mexican Grand Prix. We'll give you our rates on the season for NASCAR and all that. Take you through the top story news and all of the great stuff that's coming up. And we look ahead to the Brazilian GP and Sydney as well. But until then, and until next week, this is Daniel Vols saying for the 9th time this season, Sooners win! And Boomers Sooner, everybody!
On the PCSRA Sports Network from Learfield IMG College, PCSRA Paddock Pass has been brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic Drive-Ins, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where we encourage all of you fans that together we can end DUI. Thanks for joining us for the PCSRA Paddock Pass Show. The preceding has been a Learfield IMG College presentation on the PCSRA Sports Network. Copyright 2021 by the National Association of Professional Racing Leagues and the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association.